Welcome to CBS, Cosmic Brothers and Sisters, where we introduce you to your family members from across the universe where no AI is ever necessary on this show. To introduce you to your family members from across the galaxies. Today, go get your favorite tinfoil hat on. I've got mine on because today Emory is telling David all about the people he worked with. You think the people you work with are weird? Check these people out. Go get your favorite tinfoil hat on. I got mine on. Let's go.
So when we have a mantis type being in the autopsy room with you, could you bring up for us one specific example where let's describe what the being that you were autopsying was, what was the mantis being there for, why was that project being done?
Well, one of the autopsies we did, we had a mantis being with about 5 other scientists in there. And we were working on a regular, actual human, but an extraterrestrial human that was not from Earth, that was born in somewhere else. And they were a lot larger than us, probably another foot or two taller, I think 7.5 feet to say the least, like the size of an NBA player.
Okay.
And it was a very white albino looking skinned blue-eyed person that I don't know why we were operating on him, but they did bring the mantis in because the mantis was able to somehow reactivate the brain through electric stimulation from them, even through a suit, and can memory recall what happened to the person before they died.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's why sometimes they are brought in. And they're very docile, very gentle beings. And when it's not that serious of a situation, they can be really funny.
How much like a mantis's face would this face of this being look like? Or are there
it is
certain
dead on. On the mantis, it is dead on that triangular shape with the bulging eyes. And it's all the same color. You know, their face and eyes are exactly the same color, so it's a little weird. They're usually a pale green, and they can change color at will.
Really?
Yes. And it's neat to see them in deep thought when they're doing these processes because it's a wave of rainbow light going back and forth through their face.
Really?
And you kind of get mesmerized actually by it.
Wow.
I always love when they do that. I get so captivated, and I'm looking at them through the actual helmets that we use, these large glass spacesuit helmets, and they're just amazing to look at, especially when they move too. Like I talked about these other ETs that move so fluid, but they're just more angled. Their bodies are just more angled. You know, they don't have the articulation that we do in our joints. It's usually one way or the other, but very precise. Very precise.
When we're looking at hands on either an ant person or a mantis person, are they human-looking hands, or what might be different?
They have 5. They all have 5 fingers. The mantis, the ants may have anywhere from 4 to 5 fingers.
Really?
But they are fingers and they're jointed, and they can move them. They're just more like pointy, and you don't see any muscles in them or anything like that. It's just because of this exoskeleton, like the insects we have here on Earth.
So
feet are different, though, not the feet. The feet do not have 5 toes.
what do you see?
Usually a two-toed type of appendage on the bottom of their legs. Yep, and it's very wide stance. And those toes are very long. Some can be up to 10 to 12 inches long, but only 2. Sometimes you'll see a little back toe sticking out.
And the toe kind of shoots forward like this?
Exactly. And then one little back toe, like I don't even know what to compare it to. But you understand there's a back one. So it's a Y. Their feet are like this Y shaped.
So we've been through now mantis people, we've been through the ant people, we've been through simian people. You also mentioned reptilians.
Yes.
Now, the reptilians that we've heard about from Corey are extremely antagonistic to us, extremely violent, extremely evil. It doesn't sound like this is the same thing in your case. So could you tell us about what were the reptilians that you saw and what were they here for?
Well, the reptilians that were working on the projects I was involved with were very intelligent. They didn't have much of a personality. They're very direct. They're very robust. not to be funny, but they kind of look like a slee stack on the Land of the Lost, the old version. And they stand, very erect, and they do have the same type of toes and hands that you would see on the insectoids.
Oh.
So they're more like a three-toed, three-prong hand, but very dexterous, very ambidextrous and dexterous. They could grab things just like we do. And they're very strong for their size. You might see one anywhere from 6 to 10 feet tall. They don't have any snout. They have a regular, like, human face, scaly, but very large eyes, twice the size of our eyes, with pupils like us, not the slits you see in the movies. It's under my understanding that these might be hybrid human reptilians that were designed somewhere. I did read a lot on their space center in the Boots region of the Arcturus star system area, where they have a type of planet there that was man-made, like you would see in the movies like Death Star.
Really?
Where they raise families and educate these beings at a very young age. The families are very large. A male and female might have a minimum of 30 children.
Wow.
Yes, and they have a gestation that's a lot faster than ours. It's not 9 months, it's like 3 months. And their genitalia is also retractable into their body, so it's really hard to tell if they're male or female.
That's another thing that Corey has independently reported. Yes, same thing.
Interesting.
See,
Unbelievable. Very interesting. You think the people you work with are weird? Check that out. I hear there are spider sentient beings, mantis beings, ant beings, all sentient, all amazingly intelligent, amazingly spiritual. Tell us what you think. Leave comments and like your cosmic brothers and sisters. Always like your cosmic brothers and sisters. Here come the credits, so it's time to make sure you leave comments on the beings that you saw. Your brothers and sisters from around the universe are introduced to you through Cosmic Brothers and Sisters, only on CBS.